You're at a crowded table, laughter echoing around you, but a quiet ache settles in your chest. You feel truly alone, even here. And you wonder why a room full of people can still feel empty. Maybe you suspect that somewhere inside, you're not truly meeting anyone, and no one is really meeting you. All real living is meeting. Martin Buber. If this is your experience, if you know this silent loneliness, you aren't broken. You're not the only one who has sat in a sea of friendly faces and felt unseen. Maybe you've nodded and smiled through conversations, offering parts of yourself, but holding the most vulnerable truths back. Or maybe you reach out for connection, only to feel as if the words you speak dissolve before they're truly heard. Sometimes, you even feel lonelier after being with others than you did before you walked in the door. That ache is real, and its weight can feel almost invisible to those around you. Let's pause here. There is a wisdom in this emptiness, one that philosopher Martin Buber spent his life exploring. Buber didn't see loneliness as a flaw, but as a signpost. He believed we all long for real meeting, not just exchanging words, but genuinely encountering each other, as we are. For Buber, much of our suffering comes from staying on the surface, missing the deep, mutual recognition that transforms solitude into connection. But how do we bridge this gulf between ourselves and others? Buber invites us to shift from what he calls relationships, where we treat people as objects or roles, into I-thou relationships, where we meet each other in our full living presence. It's not always easy, but there are gentle steps you can take. One, notice when you're withholding your true feelings, saying what's expected instead of what's honest. Try, just for a moment, to reveal one softer truth, a hope, a fear, a gentle yearning. True meeting begins at the edges of vulnerability. 2. When you're with others, intentionally set aside your inner script, the reactions and stories you expect to play out. Meet the person before you as if you're seeing them for the first time, with patience and openness. 3. Allow yourself to stand alone, even in a crowd. Don't rush to fill the space. In that solitude, notice the bittersweet ache of your own presence. Paradoxically, Buber suggests that only by embracing this existential aloneness can we start to meet others more authentically. 4. Invite a friend or partner to share something real, however small. Ask, what's been really on your heart lately? And listen, not to fix, but simply to witness. If this speaks to something in you, consider subscribing. I'm building a quiet corner of the internet for people who want to understand love, attachment, and the unspoken patterns between us. Share your story in the comments if you feel like it. Remember, loneliness is not proof that you are inadequate or broken. It's a quiet invitation, a sign that you long for something more than routine exchange. You are worthy of being seen as you are, not simply as a role you play. Even if you start small, even if it feels awkward, you are capable of meeting and being met in your wholeness. In that gentle meeting, first with yourself, and then with another, the ache of solitude can slowly become a doorway to genuine connection.